Hey, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? Hope you are doing great on this Wednesday. This is a late call I'm doing, and let me just mute my messages. Late call I'm doing. I wanted to walk you through this day I had where I banked over $1,000 trading the NASDAQ. Now, if I was just to scroll back, just look. Now, this is what happened throughout the whole day in NAS. So we're talking a serious hockey stick move to the upside, as you can see, right? So with these wicked pullbacks along the way, but overall pretty nice move, right? Now I'm just going to walk you through what happened this morning because I started the day and maybe I wasn't quite at the races when I did this, but I was marking up the highs. And at the 9:30 candle, I was looking at price to get to that same level. So this is the 9:30. And if you look at that, let me just bring this line here down. First of all, that's 9:30. If I go to my left, we actually had one that was way higher. This is the 745. And for some reason, I had my numbers all messed up. So I got in too early and I actually got taken out. As you can see, price came right back on me. Okay, with a wicked move to the downside. And I don't like trading between 9:30 typically and 9:35. So I wait for that move to play out. Some people will wait until 9:45, which you can see why. Because at 9:45, this is the peak. And we go from there. So I'll probably stick back to that rule. I was doing between 9 and 9:45, and I realized a lot of the time after 9:45, around 10 o'clock, 9:48, that kind of time, you get the move. So I think I'm going to stick back to that move, and then I just sit on my hands until for those. It's only 15 minutes, right? So if that was the case, I would mark up this high. That's the peak. That's the most it went in that 15-minute window from 9:30 to 9:45. And this is the lowest, obviously, it went, but we're looking to go long. So I look at these levels here. Whenever I get a red alert, this is an opportunity for me it's a pivot point for where price is going to just bounce from and go. And so let's just stick to my analogy there. I'm waiting for this 9:45 to take place. I get the alert at 10:02. Price comes back, sits beautifully on my 9:45 candle, and we get this what I call a break and retest. So it breaks it and tests it, boom, and we go. And we go. So this rallied really nicely. And these grey candles, I mean, again, I don't know what your profit targets are for the day, but this is a huge move in itself. If I was to come out on the greys, I could come out on the greys, but I could continue as well because there's just a bit of pullback here. And, obviously a red candle would signify I'm done with the move. Grey could also be the same. You can come out, go back in, and that kind of stuff, right? And then similar thing, we get this going, we get this move, and it rallies up to midday. We get a reversal. Again, these are points for me. These are pivot points where I can say, okay, price could essentially reject of that. I need to confirm it. And then when we go beyond it, we go and then we go. Similar with this one, price came down. This could be used as a pivot point where we engulf this whole red move. Then we go from grey to green. You could potentially go in on your first grey and then go in on the green. Okay, so we had a bit of that, a bit argy-bargy. This all went down. This all messed around that area here. When you look at these hour, this is an hour candle. You look at this hour. So around this part, you normally get a bit of, a bit of battling between the sellers and the buyers. Right now, we had this massive retracement. Again, the overall trend is up. So, if we pull back, the overall trend is up. It's clear to see this. I stay out of this mess. I wait for it to do what it's going to do. And then, like I said, you could go from waiting for it to turn from grey to green. And that could be an opportunity to go in and go long again. And so I took some of these trades, not all of them. This was a massive trade. I wasn't at my screen at this time, but I do get alerts on my phone. But you know, I was already up quite a bit today. But I went in, I think at round 3-ish. Yeah, I took this one, and I rallied that up for some more gains. And it was like that today. It was just one of them days, man. And then it continued after 6 o'clock. Price just basically continued making that move to the upside. It was a really good series of moves to the upside, really powerful day on the NAS. And so essentially that's how I was able to bank those gains. I did actually slightly come in around 6. I do remember there were some big moves and big drops, and I thought, let me just come out at 6. If anything, I'll look at it a bit later. And I did actually looked at it around 9 o'clock. We got a 9 o'clock alert around here. So I went in, took some gains off the table, and I'm literally done. That's more like $1,500 for today. So if I was to count from 9 till 9 in that 12-hour period, so that's way more than I typically go for. I typically go for 500, but I did start to spread it over into another account. And so between the two, they both get some love. Okay, guys, hope that helps. Always look out for the structures. And, if you get these, this software just does the heavy lifting for me. I was actually downstairs. I must say, I was downstairs when this 3 o'clock one, 3 o'clock one kicked off. And I was like, okay, let me get in a bit of that. And I just literally took what I needed off the table. I didn't need to go for everything. You can't go broke taking profits, my friends. But this was really exceptional. I didn't expect this move to be so amazing. And I wasn't sure around 6 o'clock should I go in. But this was good reason to go in because we really had a good move to the upside. All right. With that said, guys, I'm out. Have a good night.